Yo. Hey! Hey everyone, and welcome back to Best of the Best Movie, the podcast where we figure out once and for all which movie is the best movie of all time. If you thought episode 27 was the final episode, then you forgot that they make movies every year. Okay, I'm Brett. I'm joined by Dustin and Dylan.
Hey.
It's an emergency episode.
Yep, we found out there was an MTV Movie Award last second. The president.
We thought they stopped.
Can you believe we weren't invited?
I know. To be fair, not a lot of people were. I'm not sure if either of you guys watched the show, but it was basically a circle stage with like a small audience around it. Mm-hmm. I guess I'll talk more about the show when I get into it. Before we talk about the movies, have you guys seen any non-MTV Movie Awards movies? No, it's been a while.
They're the only things I'm contractually obligated to watch.
He actually hates movies.
I do have two things to mention, and the second thing I know for sure you guys saw. But so let me talk about the first thing. I'm sure I've seen other movies, but a while ago, Katie mentioned to me that she has never seen an X-Men movie. So we watched all of the X-Men movies. Asterisks on all, but we watched all of them. Asterisks.
So when you say asterisks, do you mean like Deadpool? Like no Deadpool?
No, Deadpool was in. New Mutants, too spooky, so we ain't doing it.
That's fair.
Technically in the X-Men universe, but we're not watching it. Yeah, so we watched X-Men to X-Men Dark.
Do you want to do a quick little bracket tournament style of the X-Men movies real quick? In your opinion?
I'm not sure if I could do a bracket. I could say that I've never seen The Wolverine, so it was my first time watching that. I thought that movie was pretty good. I thought it was pretty great. X-Men Origins Wolverine was really hard to watch. I didn't realize it was that bad. I always knew it was bad. I didn't know it was that bad.
I don't think it's that bad.
You should watch it again. It's kind of that bad. Logan was really cool. I'm not sure if I'm rushing to rewatch that movie though. It was cool.
Everyone loves Logan.
It was so cool because it was different. It was nice when you're binging all the X-Men movies to get something different, which I'm sure New Mutants is different as well. But I think the trailer to Logan is really good.
Very good.
Deadpool 2 surprised me. I mean, I've seen it before, but I think I liked it a lot more this time. A lot more than the first one also. In Dark, I'm surprised. Do you guys think Dark Phoenix is the worst one out of all of them? Okay,
maybe.
I was surprised.
I thought it was fun.
I think Apocalypse might be the worst movie out of all of them.
No, because Apocalypse is fun. You gotta mix up. Apocalypse is fun. Dark Phoenix is not fun.
No, Apocalypse is not fun.
Apocalypse is so not fun because the villain can do anything. I think a villain who can just do whatever is so boring.
You guys are also dumb.
Apocalypse is like an hour-long setup, boring hour-long setup to a boring hour-long fight.
Yes.
The Quicksilver scene is good.
No,
it's not.
Yes, it is.
I think
it's just a rehash of the other Quicksilver scene.
The Quicksilver scene in Dark.
Both of them are good.
No, the Quicksilver scene in Dark Phoenix was great because he was.
I don't even remember that.
No, because he was bested instantly. Like, because he starts going after Phoenix, and Phoenix does that whole Superman thing where he can see him and just moves the thing he was standing on, and he dies. Well, he doesn't die.
So you just said Phoenix can do whatever she wants, just like.
No, well, she can't. She can move stuff. She can.
They copied something from another bad movie.
I don't know about that, but I just thought it was cool that Quicksilver was amping up. He's like, I'm doing my thing, and then he just tumbled into a ball, and I thought that was cool.
Yeah, and they just kick him out of the movie.
Yeah.
Did he die?
No, he almost dies. They put him in the hospital, and they say bad.
And they say you're out of the movie.
You're out of the movie. Go to a different MCU.
Which one died in that movie?
Jennifer Lawrence's character.
Oh yeah,
Mystique.
We're spoiling the X-Men universe of it. Yeah,
Who cares?
Mystique did die. She died in that same scene. But,
yeah.
But
she was tired of making money, so she wanted to get out of that franchise.
If we're doing original Trill, I think X-Men 3 is the best, and I know that's controversial. Everyone.
That's not as bad as everyone says.
Have you watched them recently?
I watched it like 5
Yes.
years ago, and it's not as bad as everyone says, but it's definitely not. It might be better than one. One does not hold.
One did not hold up. Two was good. I think the beginning.
Two's great.
I think the opening to two might be some of the best superhero stuff. But then it kind of teeters off for me too. I don't know. But
And that scene where he goes crazy in the house, just starts unloading on the SWAT team. That thing's pretty cool.
You say goes crazy in the house. You explained every X-Men movie.
He went
going
John
crazy
Wick on
in
the
the
SWAT
house.
team.
Yeah, that was cool. But
And First Class is not as good as everyone says.
First Class bad. First
Class is very boring.
That's bad. Okay.
Whoever brain dead, dude.
Did you guys see?
First Class is so boring.
Is there anything else you guys saw that's not my second thing that I'm sure we all watched last night? But
I'll just mention one movie I saw. I saw Take Me, which is directed by Pat Healy.
Pronounced Taken.
Yeah, it's Taken and Taken 2 and Taken 3.
I watched it. I really liked the movie, and then the director liked my review.
Whoa!
Yeah, it was really cool.
Take Me, is that a recent movie?
It came out in 2017.
Okay.
But it recently came onto Netflix, and I was like, I like Pat Healy. Let me see it. Also,
Pat Healy, he's responded to my tweets years ago. Yeah,
he's a really nice guy.
Yeah,
You're not the only one, Dustin.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, and then when he showed up in Winter Soldier, I was like, hey, that guy replied to me once.
That's so cool. We're connected. Dylan, has he ever spoken to you before? Has he ever replied to you?
If I did, he would.
I'm surprised. I didn't know he was directing because he showed up. He was in Cheap Thrills.
That's a good movie.
And so I was tweeting about that movie and how much I liked it. And he, I didn't at him or anything. He just, it was when it came out. So I'm sure he was searching.
Yeah, he was probably searching it. Yeah. But and then I think the only other thing I really wanted to mention was, of course, the Snyder Cut came out since we last.
You watched that.
And that 4-hour-long movie was way funner than watching half of the movies on the MTV movie list.
I guess
half.
I thought you were going to talk about the original Justice League cut. And
the original Justice League cut. That's the funny thing is I could hardly get through the original Justice League cut in one sitting, and we almost did a full sitting, but I think halfway through, we just had things to do.
And you're calling me brain dead. I don't know. I thought the Snyder cut had all the same all my problems had all the same problems as the original Justice League. I do like that it fleshed out certain characters. When you have a 4-hour cut, things are going to get fleshed out. So Cyborg was obviously better, and some other crap was, I don't know, the other people were better. But
I just thought the movie looked better.
The rest was, no, the aspect ratio was stupid. I think he did that as a gimmick. I don't know. I thought the rest of the movie had the same problems. Boring villain, boring second villain now. Now there's just two boring villains. And Batman's not Batman. I'm not a huge Batman fan, but he doesn't act like any Batman. I don't know. He just makes jokes all the times. I wasn't huge.
Hashtag not my Batman.
He's hashtag not my Batman.
He wasn't that funny in this one compared to the Whedon cut.
Yeah, that's true. They did take out his jokes.
The Whedon cut, he was like a fucking clown. Every other line out of his mouth was a joke. This one is
he's supposed to hate the clown.
Mm-hmm. He hates the clown. Okay. Well, I will say the ending cutscene with Jared Leto was very ridiculous.
That was stupid.
But, I liked that.
I'm not sure which world is canon now. I don't think DC really cares, but I hope
they don't really care.
I hope they don't go this nightmare way because I think that's.
I hope they do.
Okay.
I like the insanity of it.
It looks
but
boring.
I get why people wouldn't.
It looks boring to me, but super.
Because I don't know if they'll continue on the original track anymore because Aquaman 2 didn't make as much money as Aquaman 1.
Yeah, I think they might.
Aquaman 2 came out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just
went with
Aquaman didn't make a whole lot of money.
Because I didn't know. I was like, I just accepted that Aquaman 2 came out. I think hopefully they go the way of the X-Men, where it's just make whatever story we want to tell. I mean, DC's already doing this with Joker and other stuff like that, but if it keep whatever canon you want, throw away the canon you don't want. I kind of like that style because we have the MCU that's kicking. We don't need another one.
Yeah. Hopefully, Suicide Squad Redux is not as Man, that trailer
That's
looks
it.
really good,
Yeah,
dude.
I'm excited
The
for.
Suicide Squad. They reverse Facebooked it.
I'm excited. Yeah, and they Final Destination did.
Yes.
They Fast and Furious it.
No,
they
they
anti-Fast
didn't.
and Furious it. They anti-Fast and Furious it.
Which is Facebooking it.
Yeah. Plus, James Gunn has said his favorite 4 minutes of film ever is in the Suicide Squad. I guess there's a 4-minute action sequence that he's saying
That he made, or just
that he
all-
made. That he made.
Oh, okay.
He's not saying he's better than Spielberg or anything.
It's a 4-minute shot of like a duck in water, and he's like, "Dude, this is great cinema."
Well, talking about long shots, I rented the movie Nobody last night, and since we're on the same account, you guys all just bootlegged off of me. You mooched off of me.
Well, you offered. You did offer.
Yeah, I did offer, but I caved in.
begged.
I wanted to watch Nobody, and I gotta say, I don't want to spoil anything because this is such a new release, but I will say it might be my new favorite movie, my new favorite recent movie. I loved it. I absolutely loved this movie.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
I thought it was very fun and very interesting.
I mean, I was a sucker for that one shot where there's a shot where there's like a car turning around on the street and it follows a guy walking into a bar, and then there's like a dance sequence. Well, not a dance sequence, but a club.
Very, very Boogie Nights.
It was I was thinking of Goodfellas,
That's
but
it.
it was such a good shot. Yeah.
I think it's very. I mean, it helps that it's written by the guy who wrote John Wick, but I felt that the movie, while it did define itself separately from John Wick, it didn't feel like enough for me. It felt so very John Wick.
Yeah, John Wick could have been in
sometimes.
this situation. It could have just been
Yeah.
a John Wick movie. But
It could have just been a John Wick movie, but I still really did love Bob Odenkirk in this movie, and the bus scene is fucking. I mean, I'll admit, when I watch movies at home, I have my phone in my hand sometimes. At the bus scene, I put my phone down. I was like, okay, phone's done for now.
but hopefully we get a crossover with John Wick. That would best case scenario. The two of them back to back saying, "Get away from us, bad guys." Damn, that's a good movie.
We watched Mortal Kombat.
All right, so
And I saw Paddington.
I think Mortal Kombat might be my second worst movie I've seen this year, and you're gonna have to wait to figure out what the first worst.
but
movie
you guys
is.
also saw Spiral.
Spiral, yeah.
Yeah, we saw that in theaters.
Was that good?
Eh.
Were you singing the theme song?
Da da da. Da da da. Da da da.
Spiral.
Okay,
Spiral.
do you want to do a quick Saul rating? Where does it fall?
It's somewhere in the middle for sure. It's definitely not the worst Saw sequel.
I'd say it's close. I'd say like it's at the bottom of the bucket for me.
Really, even though it seemed like this,
some of them get really bad.
I thought this was going to be the Logan of Saw. I thought it was going to be like, hey, let's do a left turn. Let's have someone else take it over.
I'd say it's like, for me personally, the X-Men 3.
So a great
of
movie.
The Saw. You guys think it's a great movie. I thought that movie sucked, and I was like, whatever. It's not the worst one.
I mean, hold on. I just pitched an idea. What if Wolverine gets himself into a Saw trap, baby? What's Jigsaw going to do?
Something tells me he'll be fine.
What's Jigsaw? Well, I want to see how Jigsaw would torture him. Other than, but he can't just do what Stryker does. He's got to come up with something different.
There's in one of the comics, Magneto rips the adamantium off of his bones, like while he's just there, like just like pulls it out of him.
It'd be weirder if he wasn't there.
I meant like he didn't cut him open or anything. He just like pulls it all out of him.
Did he die? I guess he's Wolverine, so.
He didn't die, but it was like it's like one of the most disgusting and torturous scenes probably in the comics. I mean, like it's graphic as fuck.
There's a few people I want to see get caught in a Saw trap.
John Wick.
I'm talking sure John Wick. I was gonna say, what if the Mask found himself in one?
Yeah.
And
the Mask in any movie, really.
And obviously Crank. Crank's got to show up.
Yeah.
See, that's good. That's
Are
really
these
good.
all, wait, so are they like in a Saw 2 scenario?
Yeah, no, they're like
where they're
on a
all in it together?
Yeah, they're in a Saw 6 where they're on a carousel.
Oh, Saw 6.
Yeah,
Yeah, do you want me to do a ranking? I can do a ranking real quick of all the Saw movies.
sure.
Yeah, do it.
1, 3, 2, 4, 6, Spiral, 5.
Saw
What's
3,
left?
Saw 3D, the final chapter,
yeah. Then Saw 3D,
and Jigsaw.
and then Jigsaw.
Wow, Jigsaw's bottom,
Yeah, I think so. It's really bad.
but he wears a
I'd
hat
say-
backwards.
Yeah, that's Saw 7.
Oh, sorry.
The one where he's wearing a hoodie and he
Oh.
looks ridiculous. It's so funny.
All right, well, I think that's enough about past movies. Let's talk about now movies.
Let's talk about the future.
Technically, every movie you see is a past movie if you're talking about it.
Okay, cool guy. All right.
So a new movie won the MTV Movie Award for Best Movie. Now, we could have done the whole tournament over again and added this one movie, but I think we might have got the same result. Who knows? So we're going to pin the champ. This is a title match. We're going to pin the champ against the new movie. So any newcomer is just going to have to take on the champ. I guess we'll say that. So right now the champ is Titanic, from 1999. I believe it's about a boat or something.
7.
Haven't seen it in a while. I didn't force you guys to rewatch it. Though I did make you guys take a quiz just so you remember who uh-oh. We're running out of time.
Oh shit.
Because we
yeah,
had
can you pass it to me? I have Pro. See if you can make me the
how do you do that? Oh,
like right. I
Yay.
am host now.
it still says
It
we
still
got
says it.
yeah, it's just,
All right. Well, we might have to
We'll
hang
find out
and-
what happens.
yeah.
We'll find out what happens next call.
What happens when Dylan wants to be on his own computer? Everything blows up.
I asked Dustin.
He asked.
No.
It's my fault. He asked me, and then when I offered again, he denied. So
Sounds like it's both of your fault. It's my fault for not going over there. We could all been on one camera.
we all could have been
Oh
on
my
one
gosh.
camera.
These are all suggestions that I suggested, and then you turned down. And then hindsight, you're like, yeah, we should have done that.
Well, maybe you should. Hey, it's on you for not being pushy enough.
You should be more convincing.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just a nice person who wants people to feel comfortable.
All right, so Titanic is about a boat that sank and a girl got naked on it or something. I don't know. We basically
What?
Yeah. You see one nipple if you're counting.
Hold on. Have
You don't
I been
remember?
Dustin, have you been forcing me to watch this censored version?
Ah man, every time one of these scenes comes up, I just ask Dylan to. I was like, "Oh, Dylan, you should go to the bathroom now. It's your bathroom time." And then,
I
he
don't
goes,
want to go to the bathroom.
"Yeah, it's your bathroom time,
I'm not sure if
Dylan.
you
You gotta
watched-
go.
I'm not sure if you
You're
watch.
gonna pee."
I'm not sure if you watch Better Call Saul, but there's a character. I can't think of his name right now. The main bad guy of like the lawyers. He's like the rich lawyer. Whenever they're having a meeting with a bunch of people and someone pisses him off, he always goes, "Can we have the room?" And he makes everyone else leave instead of those two people just going somewhere else. And so everyone has to leave the room. So I just picture Dustin doing that with Dylan. Like, "Can I have the room?" And Dylan just has to leave.
Can you have the bathroom?
Can you go to that bathroom?
Okay, so let's talk about, before we talk about the movie, let's talk about the 2021 MTV Movie and TV Awards.
Let's hear it.
So we've had a bunch of firsts in the past. There's a big change in 2017 where they added TV to the awards.
Absolutely insane.
This year, something totally different. It became a 2-night event, and it was hosted
Wait,
by two different people. So
What?
So the first night was hosted by our favorite Leslie Jones. The way she yells at stuff and doesn't really say jokes, but just
I
yells
like how you
the
say
stuff.
yells at stuff. Like she's yelling at a toothbrush or a broom.
Hey, wait till I get to the videos they made for this. So, the second night was hosted by Nikki Glazer.
Oh.
The second night was called Unscripted, where they talked about reality shows and I'm assuming documentaries. Maybe it was just reality shows. Spoiler alert, I didn't watch the reality show one, so I didn't.
You're fine.
So the second night was all about reality shows, which Real Housewife was the realest, I guess.
Ooh. So, wait, how? So one night was TV and one night was movies?
No. One night was movies and TV. The second night was about reality shows.
It sounds like two different shows, but what am I to say?
That's what it. Hey, that's what it says. Don't come at me. So It was the first night, the real night. Let's talk about it. The real night was hosted by Leslie Jones. It was a smaller room because of COVID, but no one really had masks on because of vaccinations, I guess. Small. It was a circle stage with a small audience. Anytime someone won an award, most times they just showed up on screen. If they did accept, they weren't in the audience. Everyone knew they won because they came from backstage. So there's no big surprises. Everyone was like, cool, I won. Other than someone who didn't show up. I'll get to that later. But let's talk about the winners real quick. Do I need to go over all of these reality show ones?
No, fuck 'em.
No, skip that night. That night doesn't count.
Do movies if you can.
That night's not canon.
I'm trying to see if there's any big ones. Real quick, Catfish, the TV show, won for Best Real Life Mystery.
That's still on?
Impractical Jokers won for Best Comedy/Game Show. I don't know why they mixed those together. And they did do documentaries. Best Music Documentary went to BTS, Break the Silence, the movie. And Best Docu-Reality Show went to Jersey Shore. Okay.
I don't like this. I don't like that.
Okay. So
I'm protesting.
The MTV... Oh, crap. It's another reality one. I'll say it. Who cares? The MTV Reality Royalty Lifetime Achievement Award
Snooky.
went to the Jersey Shore Family Vacation.
Okay. Respect.
Okay. The MTV Generation Award, I think we're back to normal. The MTV Generation Award went to a real person this time. Scarlett Johansson, baby.
Oh, okay.
Scarlett Johansson.
Okay.
Comedic...
Black Widow herself.
Yep. The Comedic Genius Award. Any guesses?
Leslie Jones.
Went to Sacha Baron Cohen.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, let me...
I still haven't seen that Borat, but...
All right, I'm skipping over the unscripted stuff. Let's get into it. I got some burps I need to get out. All right.
Yeah, you get him out, boy.
Best musical moment went...
Oh,
I
was going to guess. Sorry.
Okay, no, guess. What do you guess?
I'm trying to remember musical moments in the movies in the past year, but I can't. I'm going to guess Promising Young Woman.
This not nominated, but this is one... No. This is the weirdest award because they kind of like showed all the nominees real quick, and then they're like,
bang, bang, bang.
Then they were like the final two, so they narrowed it down to two for us, and I was like, wait, what?
Who's running MTV?
I have no idea what happened, and this one was presented by Sonic, not the Hedgehog, but the reality show. They mentioned Sonic so many times for just musical moment.
Sonic.
The restaurant just like sponsored it, I guess. I didn't mean.
You said the reality show.
You said the reality show.
I meant the restaurant. But reality is on my screen so much right now; it just popped in my brain.
I would like if a whole restaurant came and presented an award.
The restaurant's reality show would just be kids falling on the skates trying to deliver food outside the store.
Okay,
I love that.
I gotta be honest. There's a lot of musical moments here. I recognize two of them. One of them is only because I had to watch the movie recently, which you guys will hear about. But Agatha All Along was nominated. Didn't get nominated. It wasn't even in that final two. But the one that did win was Edge of Great from Julie and the Phantoms, which I have no idea.
What are these things? What are you saying? Are you making things up?
No idea what that is. Okay. Best Duo went to Falcon and the Winter Soldier from The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So it's weird that he lost the for the award.
That's not a movie. Move on.
Okay, but hey, Din Dargan and Grogu were nominated, so that's fun.
Oh, from The Mandalorian.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Best
Grogu.
Best breakthrough performance went to Reggae John Page.
From Bridgerton.
From Bridgerton.
Uh-huh.
I don't recognize any of the other people other than the girl from Borat. Okay, best fight. You guys want to guess what movie this is from?
Nobody.
I'm going to guess it's a TV show.
It is.
Fuck.
Best fight went to Wanda versus Agatha.
Okay.
Boo.
It beat out...
Boo.
It beat out The Boys, which I really like. I just finished binging that. It beat out Final Fight versus Steppenwolf. Okay. and it beat out
Okay.
Cobra Kai, which I guess is all about fighting. Okay,
By the way, it says we have less than a minute left. I don't know if you want to prepare
yeah,
in case we get cut off.
I'll fucking prepare, Dylan. You want to prepare?
Unless it just passes over to Dustin.
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll have to end the call and then
I think I can
probably
get through a
restart.
couple of these real quick.
Okay.
Most frightened performance went to Victoria Pedretti from Haunting of Bly Manor.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I love her.
The only two I recognize are Elizabeth Moss from Invisible Man and Vince Vaughn from Freaky.
All good performances.
Best kiss went to Case Stokes and Madeline Klein from Outer Banks.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Best villain went to Catherine Hahn for WandaVision.
A little bit of a spoiler, I think.
I'm sorry for spoiling WandaVision. Catherine Hahn won. Beating out Ewan McGregor for Birds of Prey. And Aya Cash from The Boys.
Oh, okay.
I like that.
Ewan McGregor should have won. IMO.
Okay. Best hero went to Anthony Mackie for The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Wow, isn't that just crazy?
Interesting that they call him a hero.
Well, okay.
I have a different take on his story, but
Alrighty, so let me get back into it. So you don't think Falcon is a hero?
no, he killed a bunch of people.
No, okay. He's being inflammatory. He's trying to start something. He didn't get invited to write for the show, and so now he's just really upset.
All right, well, moving on. Best comedic performance went to our favorite Leslie Jones, Coming to America.
Huh. A little bit of insider trading.
I mean,
Did anyone see that Coming to America movie?
I didn't see it.
Nope, didn't
Heard
see
it wasn't good.
beating out some big ones. Eric Andre for Bad Trip, which I keep
That should have won.
I keep trying to watch Bad Trip. I cannot get through that movie.
What do you mean? I've seen it twice.
Dude,
the movie's so good.
I cannot get through that movie.
I've watched it twice too.
Oh,
man.
but you know what I
loved
keep
it.
watching?
What do you have a problem with?
Okay, this is the exact thing. I keep watching the behind the scenes stuff. I love seeing a prank be resolved and the people be in on it and go, "Oh, you got me." I don't know, like I feel like with Borat and other stuff I've been fine with, but this one it's like a little too insane that I want to see the people know. You know, I want to see the reaction afterwards.
I guess you really haven't finished it because you have not clearly seen the end credits.
Oh, wow. But I also think the story was kind of boring. Okay, best performance in a show. This is for TV. This is when they finally split the movie and TV. So, best performance in a show. Any guesses?
Any show, best performance in any show.
Any show.
Oh, Elizabeth Olsen.
Boom, got it. Elizabeth Olsen for WandaVision.
Did you just look it up? Was that all that typing?
No, I'm trying to sign into Letterboxd on my website, but I was like, who are they gonna give it to? They're gonna give it to her.
I mean, she beat out Anya Taylor-Joy for Queen's Gambit. She beat out Elliot Page for Umbrella Academy. I feel like the whole cast of Umbrella Academy should have been up for like ensemble or something. I can't. I think it's a little odd that they pinpointed Elliot Page, maybe because their transition was so popular. I don't know, but good for. I don't know.
Still didn't win though.
Get myself into a hole over here. Okay.
I agree. I think they're the weakest member of the cast, but whatever.
Okay, so best performance in a movie. Who you guys got?
Elizabeth Olsen.
She didn't. I don't think she showed up in a movie.
She showed up in something, I think.
Godzilla was a while ago. Okay.
I'm gonna say Bob Odenkirk. I'm gonna guess.
Nobody is nowhere on here, so I'm not sure if it came out in time.
I'm guessing Noah Centineo.
No, not on the list. There's a big one. Here's my thinking. I have a feeling no one who voted for this award has seen this movie.
Okay.
I think they love the actor and not the movie or the performance.
Huh.
Because Chadwick Boseman won for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
Oh.
I don't doubt that Chadwick Boseman was great in that movie, but it just doesn't seem like a MTV audience movie to go see. I think this.
I wonder if they, because of the Oscars.
I think this might be because of the Oscars and Black Panther just being so beloved. Sacha Baron Cohen was nominated for the most confusing thing, the trial of the Chicago 7, because he's been up for Borat.
I thought you were saying he was nominated for the most confusing thing. Like, that was a category.
He was nominated for, like, it's just so funny. It's been Borat nonstop, and then the trial of Chicago 7. It's like,
yeah, we really need to go and work for the MTV. We kind of know what works.
Okay,
I think.
The winner of Best Show. Who you guys got? I'm talking. We got
WandaVision.
Okay.
Mandalorian.
No, it was WandaVision. Mandalorian not even nominated, baby.
What?
WandaVision beat The Boys, Bridgerton, Cobra Kai, and Emily in Paris.
Have you guys seen any of Bridgerton?
No,
No,
Katie has. Katie watched the whole series.
Everyone's mom keeps suggesting it to me.
I think it's for girls.
Yeah, it's really for girls. I hate to be sexist, but it's for girls.
It's for the females.
Katie binged it, but she also didn't seem to like it. It was one of those shows she was like, I'm going through it. She did the same
Like,
She
got too horny.
Oh yeah. She did the same thing with you. She kept watching each
What do you mean with me?
He's been waiting for that, dude.
Okay, and let's get to it. The winner. Oh, I didn't even talk about the funny bits that happened throughout the show. Let me talk about the funny
If
bits.
it's Leslie Jones, I can imagine it's
Okay,
years.
dude, I was raffling so hard. Okay, because there was a part where it was like, you know, where they put themselves in the movies. Leslie Jones was in her apartment, you know, trying to watch TV when everything started shaking around. She looks out the window. It's Godzilla versus Kong fighting. How do you think she handled this situation?
Oh, hell no!
Yeah, she yelled at them. She sure as hell did. She grew big, which is good. And then
Wait, how?
I don't know. It was her in her apartment, then it cut to outside and she was big. Okay? They didn't get too much into science. And then she started yelling at King Kong and Godzilla, "You better keep it down while I'm watching Queen's Gambit." She brought up Queen's Gambit so much. I guess she thinks it's funny that she would be watching Queen's Gambit, which I don't know, but she brought it up a lot. And then she ended up punching both of them. Very funny.
Wow.
Great
Wow.
content.
Wow.
There were a few other bits that I don't quite remember, but one of the bits was this was on stage, so this wasn't a real thing. She was like, "Hey, just got done watching Queen's Gambit, so I brought in the best chess player we're gonna play live on stage." But then they go to a checkers board, which was super confusing. And she does like a move real quick, and she's like, "I beat you." Then they move over to a Jenga board, and she moves like a bottom piece in the Jenga, and the only thing is she hit a piece that she wasn't supposed to hit, and it revealed that the whole thing was glued together. Bit of a bummer. But then she pulls out that piece, and she's like, "I won Jenga," which that's not how you win Jenga. Usually the other person has to knock it down.
Yeah.
I thought that was very odd. And then she moves over to a chessboard, and the guy's like, "See? I got you here. You can't beat me in chess." And so she flips over the table and yells. It was...
Who's the guy?
There was just some nerdy-looking guy. He didn't speak.
Oh.
He didn't speak. He just gave a lot of, like...
Interesting.
He was like, "See? Gotcha." But she flipped.
Okay.
She flipped over the table and yelled. It was very funny. My favorite comedian. Okay, the award, the scripted award for best movie. Remember, this movie's fully scripted.
Yep. So I guess Borat and Good Time, or not Good Time, Bad Trip are out.
No, Borat is nominated.
Oh, okay.
That movie's scripted in editing, I guess. Well, I guess. Hold on. That movie had some sort of scripting.
Well, they had a script when they went into
had
these.
an idea. Okay, so the movies that were nominated were Soul, Promising Young Woman, Judas and the Black Messiah, Borat's subsequent movie film, which is what they called it. They didn't go the Oscar route and say the whole title. They just bumped it down to that.
Good.
But the movie that beat them all, the best movie of 2020 and 2021 that we all agree on, is To All the Boys, Always and Forever.
But yeah, compared to those movies that were nominated, this one kind of really seems out of place.
What do you mean? You think the other movies are better?
No, I haven't seen any of those other movies. Well, I've seen Promising Young Woman, but it's like those ones. It's just funny that all those were also nominated for Oscars, and I believe Best Picture. And then they just throw in to All the Boys I Loved Before.
Out of those 5 movies, I have no idea what I would pick. I haven't seen Promising Young Woman, but I guess I would pick Soul, maybe.
I've seen that and Soul's really good.
I
but
wouldn't say it's
like,
really good.
I think it's good, but it's like as good as a Pixar film that follows that Pixar like plot line can be. It's as Pixar as Pixar can be. I
don't know, but guys, we gotta talk about it. To All the Boys, Always In Forever. First thing I gotta ask is, I know you guys watched all 3 movies. I know you did, because you wouldn't let me down.
Yeah, okay, well,
I did not. And I was really trying to play catch up to all the characters.
There was one scene in this movie where Peter, played by Noah, they're like in the diner, and he's like, "Remember that one time we fake dated?" And I was like, "Yes, please explain more of the past. Please just do like a rundown of what happened."
Just do a little.
Well,
flashback.
It seems like this movie takes place 5 minutes after the last movie. It seems like it just picks right up.
I can't tell because she mentions that her sister grew up, so I'm guessing there was some time in between.
Maybe, I don't know.
I think the first one takes place in like junior or like maybe 2 years. I think it might be over the course of almost 2 years.
Yeah, so I watched this movie with Katie, and she revealed to me afterwards that she saw the first one. I was like, why not tell me that beforehand? Because I would have been asking.
She was ashamed.
Would have been asking a lot of questions. I think the first one is she writes a bunch of letters to all the men she likes. She says to all the boys I loved before, but I think she crushed on them at some point with no intent on sending these letters to them. They were just letters to write, and she put under her bed. But for some reason, her mom found them, sent them to the boys, and now she had to deal with that information being out there.
So it's like 13 Reasons Why.
Except she's alive the whole time, baby.
Yeah.
And
the things are nice.
To me, it's just odd that it's called To All the Boys, because it seems like her and Peter, at least from the flashback montage they have near the end, it looks like they were together through all the movies. So I was like, I don't know what.
Hey,
I
didn't see the previous two. I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm just not sure why boys is plural, because it just seems like her and Peter have been hidden off. They seem great together.
I don't think they. I think the marketing department was like, maybe we don't call the second one To All the Boy, or To the Boy.
To the one boy.
Two.
To All the Boys.
Two. Oh, yeah. Why did they call it that?
Because they wanted to call it P.S. I Still Love You.
But then I just think it's that movie with Hilary Swank.
What's that?
P.S. I Love You.
I thought you were talking about Boys Don't Cry.
Nah, yeah, it's a
I was thinking
combination of
$1 Million
those
Baby,
two.
yeah.
It was a combination of those two Hilary Swank movies.
So yeah, I went into this knowing nothing. I gotta say, I was faked out. The movie starts with her being in some sort of like paper world where she's real, but everything else is paper. But then it's revealed that she's just in a restaurant that's styled that way. I was like, hey, you kind of got me. I thought they were going for an autistic.
Did that happen? I don't remember.
Yeah. So there are these like paper transitions where they'll drive.
Oh yeah.
But the beginning of the
Okay.
movie starts with her being real inside of like a paper world, but then more people enter, and it kind of zooms out, and it's like, oh, they're just in a weird restaurant that's styled.
Yeah, it has like weird wallpaper. I remember now.
And I thought that was a good fake out. It got me. So I think it's better than Titanic. Let's move on.
No.
Yeah, I was trying to constantly play catch up to these characters and understand what was going on. So I think I figured out halfway through the mom died.
Yeah, the mom definitely died.
And then the dad remarried or married a girl from either the first or the second movie or both. And I'm guessing this is the first time we see Peter's dad, because it seems like a reveal.
Seems like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, because it's a pretty big actor.
What?
And I mean, not for that caliber, I guess. For that type of movie, that seems like it should just be on.
I
freeform.
kept getting distracted. I don't know his last name, but Noah.
Centennial or something like
Yeah,
that.
whatever.
He acts so much like Mark Ruffalo. It was so distracting to me, and I don't get how they didn't cast Mark Ruffalo as his dad.
That would have been good.
But that was.
Well, the guy who directed these two sequels to All the Boys I Loved Before, he's the director of photography for a lot of Mike Flanagan movies, and Mike Flanagan directed like Hush and Gerald's Game and The Haunting of Hill House. And Henry Thomas, the guy who plays his dad, the young boy from E.T., he's in a majority of his work. So it sounds like this was like a favor he did for the director of the movie.
I gotcha.
But yeah, Mark Ruffalo would have been on point because I was getting the same. He even kind of talks the same too. Not like with a lisp. I don't know how to describe like the way he talks, but
there's just the way they act with their face and the way they talk. Maybe like a slight stutter. I don't know. I don't know.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, the way he delivers his lines, where he's like, "Yeah, I'm okay," and it's like, oh, is this 13 going on 30? Is that what I'm watching right now?
That's a good movie. Do not
I'd
disparage.
God, I would have rather watched that.
The best way I could describe this movie is, the main thing. This is like a dream world. I get why it's popular. This is a dream for any girl watching, or boy, really. Both sides. It's like a dream. Yeah. Okay. Because what happens is, everything's nice, at least at the beginning of the movie. Everything seems nice. Then there's like a slight conflict, and then Peter is like, I guess we'll have to work it out. And then they're like, okay. And then there's another conflict, and he thinks a little harder and goes, I guess we'll have to work it out. And then there's like a big conflict where he really has to think, like he has to take a day. But at the end, but at the end, he's like, I guess we'll just have to work it out.
Yeah, I guess you're right, because clearly these people, me and Dustin kept talking about this. We're like, oh, this is just like rich people struggling, where it's like, oh, I have to go. I got into all 3 of these Ivy League expensive schools, and no matter which one I graduate from, my life's gonna be okay.
No, she didn't get into one of them. She didn't get into one of them.
Oh, right. Well, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry.
She didn't get into Stanford. She only got into UC Berkeley.
But the fact that she had the opportunity to even apply.
But that was the one
she's already a few steps ahead.
Billy, you don't get it. That was the one her boyfriend went to. Okay, her high school boyfriend.
You're right.
Which we all end up with, our high school boyfriends. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to. Are they making a 4th one?
I don't know. I don't know how many books there are, so I really don't.
I'm sure. I think this garbage and like that kissing booth garbage. I think like the young kids these days are just eating up this Netflix trash, and it's what's keeping Netflix going. So I think they're gonna keep it going.
I think something that really frustrated me was spoiler alert, she goes to New York in the movie, and
major spoiler. It's on the poster.
Major spoiler. They go to New York.
Ridiculous, by the way.
And she spends maybe, I think, 2 nights in New York, right?
I think 1, but I could be
seemed
wrong.
like 2. It had to be.
It's 2 because they go out on the first night, and then on the second night, she goes to a NYU party, a party with a bunch of NYU students, and she's like, "Wow, I think I just love the city." It's like you are experiencing the top 5% of the New York experience right now.
Yeah.
Well, she also experienced it in such a bubble. It was like a expensive, paid for by the school field trip with people she already knows, and going to like these exclusive events. Where in reality, it's going to be like she's spending 2 hours a day on the subway going to a shitty job.
Also, she
avoiding homeless people.
She helped someone steal a fucking subway. Steal a sofa, and then they took it on the subway. I can tell you right now, if you tried to take that sofa onto the subway, you'd get screamed at.
No, but they said the trains are empty. We got to do it now while the trains are empty.
The trains are not empty. Also, I know which train she was on, the F train. That goes up to Upper Manhattan and towards Harlem and the Bronx and stuff, and it's a Manhattan train.
Hey,
that
I'm carrying a sofa over here.
They said we got to go now because the trains are empty.
The trains are never empty.
That's what they said.
Homeless people are on that train. I just wish that there was even one moment in this film where she faced any form of adversity. It would have been nice.
Did you not see the part where her boyfriend broke up with her for 12 hours, Dustin?
It was almost a day they were broken up. It was bad. I gotta say it again. It's dream world stuff. So that's all this is. Yeah. It's real dream world stuff. I mean, just their house alone. I was looking at her bedroom, and I'm like, oh my god, this is the biggest bedroom. I mean, that's like a thing in TV shows and movies, but that, and then They had 2 houses for some reason.
The 2 houses.
I mean, I'm sure he felt.
Was it okay? Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up. Was it 2 houses, or was their house like? Did their house have like a courtyard in the center?
I think he fell in love with his neighbor. That's what.
Across the street.
That's what I assumed.
Oh, okay.
I think
watching the previous 2 movies might help.
But now the family owns 2. Yes. I mean, they have to own almost $1 million in California real estate.
2 huge,
way more than that. Way more than that.
Huge houses. It was crazy. But I mean, I gotta say, this was up for best musical moment. The song called "The Beginning, the Middle, the End." I liked that song, so it's a nice song. I'm glad it was played 3 times. That was fun.
I thought it was like cool watching, or like having. I thought that was a cool moment for her to like, hey, this is our song. It's like her, and then she slowly realizes that song is her falling in love with the city and not in him. I thought that was. I think there are interesting moments, but because this is such a fucking fantasy of privilege for children, that it's like I couldn't connect to this at all. I rank this as literally out of all the movies I've ranked in the past 6 months, this is the worst ranked film.
I'm just trying to get some positives out there real quick.
He's good in it. I would say for that role, he's good in that role.
I think he's good. I think she's good. I mean, for what they're trying to do, Dustin says no. I'm very happy. This is the first movie to win and be in our tournament with a main character that is Asian. So it's great to see Asian representation. Netflix is really pushing that right now, and I think that's great, especially with all the terrible stuff that's happening.
Too bad it's not a good movie.
No, but kids seem to like it, and that's good.
Yeah.
If kids and people like it, I hope they keep making them, because it's nice to have like a positive, like front running film for Asian people, or people that can identify themselves with these characters. But I just wish it was better.
It didn't seem to get too much into, like, that wasn't a huge part of the movie. I mean, they did go to Korea, and she was saying, I wish my mom was alive to teach me Korean. I thought that was very nice.
Can we also talk about the subplot of the little sister meeting a Korean boy and how that goes nowhere?
It went nowhere.
Oh, yeah.
But he doesn't.
They made a big deal about it.
But he doesn't like Harry Potter.
Oh, wait, that was the same guy. That's right.
Yeah, but then she starts watching baseball in return for him watching Harry Potter.
But I think after that moment, nothing. I can't tell you a single thing that happens.
No, I think they dropped it. They must have cut something out.
Very strange.
It would have been cool if somehow he came to the wedding and maybe dressed up as Harry Potter. I don't know why.
Yeah, okay, you're the only one here that's been married. How would you feel if someone showed up to your wedding dressed up as Harry Potter?
But if the little girl showed up in a baseball uniform, then it's like, hey, we both compromised.
What if she showed up as in a basketball uniform?
Well, then you marry her.
Huh.
Yeah, can we talk? There's something. So I thought it was a weird thing she said. She was like, are we still going to, or he asked her, should I still go to your dad's wedding? And her response was, I don't think it's good for my dad if we're broken up. Like, why would your dad care?
You don't want to, I think it was like a luck point of view. You don't want a broken up couple at your wedding if you're getting married. It's kind of like, that's how I took it. I don't know.
Is that a thing?
I took it as like, there's going to be tension between the two of them, and it's just not fair for them to both be there for that.
Even though there's literally no tension between the two of them. I think she could shoot someone in front of him, and he would be like, all right.
Well, we can work through it.
You gotta work it out.
Also, I just thought the plot point of her sending the wrong text was so dumb.
No,
and then it got resolved.
I thought
it got resolved 2 scenes later. Like 2 scenes later,
it got resolved really well. I thought it was handled. I thought it was edited really well, because I legit thought she was texting her sister back, and then the reveal of, oh, I texted the wrong person.
But I'm talking the real life implications. I feel like it just would have been easier to be like, oh, oops. Sorry, that was to someone else.
Yeah, oops.
I'm still waiting on the results.
I wish that these two, because these are 2 kids, and like we're our most like emotionally fucking violent when we're kids. We say and do the wrong thing all the time. I just wish that one of these 2 kids would have said the wrong thing once.
Yeah,
they never said the wrong thing.
They did, and this is one of my biggest problems with this movie is, so it seems like they're both movie fans or they're not. I can't tell, because they seem to like love movies but also not know anything about movies. I don't know. But so they're talking about watching the movie Say Anything, and she says this movie has a scene where a guy holds a boombox over his head, and Katie started freaking out. And she's like, it's not a scene. It's not like, hey, this is just a scene in the movie. It's the scene. It's the only thing from the movie people know. People can't say any, but like, just she's so casual. Yeah, it has a scene where he puts a boombox over his head. I thought it was so. It was only to set up the future thing, but that really drove me crazy. And then they both fall asleep during it, which. She was just complaining to him about talking during the movie, yet she falls asleep during it. And then on top of that, this thing has layers, man. Then he goes, so they're at the boombox scene, which I don't know where that is in the movie, but
it's at the end.
Okay. Oh, is it at the very end, or is there stuff?
It's
I think there's like a scene or two. After.
Okay, well, I apologize about this last part because he's like, "Oh, what time is it?" And she's like, "It's after, or it's about to be curfew. You need to get out of here." And I'm like, "Why wouldn't you plan that better? Come on, start the movie earlier. If you know you have a curfew," which I found out, I would have been like, And then they were also listening with headphones, even though there's no one else around them. Just take your headphones out and listen to that movie out loud, baby.
First of all, they're AirPods, not headphones.
Also, two people who love movies and they watch movies on their laptop get fucked.
Yeah, especially in that huge house. You're telling me there's not
You're telling me they don't have like a fucking 100-inch television. They don't have a projector.
Also, I think I know why they didn't do that. Does anyone want to buy an iPhone after watching this movie, dude?
Beats headphones.
Could have had an Apple
products.
TV.
No, everyone had iPhones. There's a scene where 3 people were holding up their phones, holding and iPhones. They all looked really good. It really did make me like iPhones.
Hey, I just want to point something out. All 3 of us have iPhones, so we
Huh?
were all taking a picture of something. I'd say that's a fair representation of real life.
Are you saying we are the titular all boys?
We are all the boys she's loved
Wow.
before. No, and there was a scene where they were talking about, it's like, well, his favorite movie is Fight Club, so maybe should I take him to go make soap? And what that
Little sister said that sounds boring.
So first of all, that does not sound boring. It's
Sounds interesting. I think that would be a fun, like, you'd be surprised by that. Like,
That'd be a really fun date.
And you would go, oh, that was thoughtful. You thought of my favorite movie.
Exactly. Like, even if it turns out to be a bust, like, the best part is like, oh, this person I cared about thought about me.
I think even a high school boy who, especially him, they seem so positive and they seem up and up. So you think he would have taken that well.
Yeah.
Also,
and then they just went bowling.
Big Lebowski bowling. Big Lebowski bowling.
That's a more interesting thing. She was trying to decide how to make this date, and then later that night, she has name jerseys, matching name jerseys based off of the Big Lebowski.
Dustin, these people are rich. They can get embroidered shirts like that. She probably ruined someone else's prom.
She
so that
probably
she get that order. Yeah.
I did like that they were recreating the Big Lebowski. You know, he was kissing the bowling ball, and they were recreating some of the shots. But they obviously did not want to pay for Hotel California. I thought that was very funny. It was just some upbeat new song, but they were recreating Big Lebowski. I was like, it's kind of funny. Like, yeah, don't get Hotel California. I don't know. I had to say this is probably my favorite movie of all time.
Not to get too deep into it, but I do think I did write on my Letterboxd review that this is the worst movie to win the MTV Best Picture Award. And I was asking Dustin, and I said, is there any movie of the other ones that we previously watched that this could beat?
And there's only one movie I wasn't sure about, and that's The Fault in Our Stars.
And I think Fault in Our Stars would still win, only because only because that scene with Willem Dafoe.
I know 3 movies this movie could beat.
What?
3.
Don't you dare say what I think you're going to say.
Talking about?
Lord of the Rings 1. Lord of the Rings 2 and Lord of the Rings 3.
No, even though those movies,
I could not finish.
No,
I couldn't finish.
That's different.
No, this movie I could finish, and it had a song I liked, and it had iPhones.
Well, you can't.
How many iPhones are in Lord of the Rings?
You can't admit that this is better of a movie.
Yes. This movie is more...
You're bad!
This movie is...
Listen, we all agree that Lord of the Rings, the franchise, this is not for us.
Okay.
We said it a million times when we're watching
this movie is more for me than that movie is.
Well, then you should see someone. You should see a professional.
What 3 movies do you think I was going to mention?
I thought you were going to say, as an attack on me and Dylan, A Few Good Men.
Oh yeah, that one! 4!
No!
4!
No!
No, I think A Few Good Men's better than this. I don't think if I had to constantly rewatch a movie, I might pick this movie because there's fun music in it and there's a couch and that's fun. But A Few Good Men, I obviously is well written and better, but the rewatchability was kind of driving me insane with that movie.
This movie has no rewatchability. I think
I could at least turn my brain off. Like if like no phone, no nothing, at least I could be like, this is at least the house looks cool. I don't know, they're bowling.
If I were watching this movie again with no phone, I'd try to sleep. I tried to sleep with it.
There's no way I'm getting through A Few Good Men awake.
I mean, it's hard. Again, going back to Lord of the Rings, it's hard to say because I don't think this movie is meant for us. It's meant for like the current age, the current, I'm going to say, on female generation, young kids. Maybe boys are attracted to this, but
I think this is for even younger. I think only like middle school girls.
Yeah, of like the Zoomers, and I think like older millennial women who are still like clutching to their youth and like still or like hate their relationship with their current boyfriend.
I do think
like I just want to know a Centennial.
I do think there are some similarities to Titanic. I feel like Titanic.
Go on.
Titanic could also be a dream-like situation for women. I know the whole Titanic sinking is not great, but going there, I mean, being rich and going there and have this dream man fall in love with you and die for you, sacrifice himself. It's a real dream-like situation. Not Titanic. I know Titanic's not a dream situation, but
he did die on a road trip to New York.
I guess it is a road trip technically. I think a good comparison.
No, it wasn't. They flew, so road trip's out of the question.
No, at the end of the movie, he's in the car driving to New York.
Wow, I don't remember that part.
I think he has a map.
What?
I think he did.
No,
he didn't use.
He's like looking down at on the seat, the passenger seat, and I think there was a map.
He didn't use Apple Maps.
I'm pulling this up.
Pull it up.
I gotta see this fucking map, my man.
All right. Well, that definitely did not happen at the end of Titanic. I'm pretty sure he knew his way to the bottom. He didn't need a map for that thing.
Go ahead.
I was going to say while you look up if there's a map or not, maybe
Mapgate 2021.
I'm going to make a final vote. Because I don't want to put you guys in this situation, but you might be splitting up a tie. Because I'm officially saying Titanic gets my vote for best movie. It's obviously better. The music in it is great. The acting is great. You see a butt. There's no butts in this movie, even though
you see a butt and a couple boobs.
Yep, you see painting boobs. The only thing Titanic is really failing at is the ending when the old lady throws the necklace off. I'm glad this girl never did that because that would have sucked.
What if there was what if they mentioned Titanic in that movie since they're such cinephiles, you know?
They can't because they're going against them. Legally, there's a lot of stuff that they can't talk about.
That's true.
Guys, before we continue, I'd like to say that I'm going to formally request that we cancel Dylan as there is no map.
There's no map.
Okay. There was no Google Maps either, though, right?
No, like
Apple.
So I'm watching it right now. So there's only two shots. There's one shot inside of the Jeep where he's looking forward and he's smiling, and I can see a camera rig on the front of the car, but there's no GPS. And then the second shot, he looks next to him and he sees there's a bag of Doritos.
That's what I was thinking of.
Wait, Dustin, Dylan, how are you getting places?
With bags of Doritos.
He whispers into the Doritos.
Hold on, Dustin, let me ask you a question real quick.
Yeah.
What are you doing right now? You're rewatching the movie because this movie is filled with rewatchability. How many A Few Good Men are you watching right now? 0.
We watched that movie 4 times, though. And we were happy to do it each time, I think.
It's imprinted on my memory.
Okay, so my vote is officially for Titanic, even though the old lady threw the necklace at the end, which I do not like, and she made a little sound like, ooh. I don't like that either.
At least she didn't throw someone's, personal belongings.
Imagine at the end of To All the Boys Always and Forever, if she's looking out that window of New York, and she throws out her mom's lock from Korea. That would have been terrible.
Yeah, I vote for Titanic as well.
What'd you
Is
say?
there? Let me throw you this scenario to you. Are there any of the other nominated movies that might have beat Titanic?
Oh, wait, did you vote for Titanic?
I said I voted for Titanic.
Oh wow! So Dustin, your vote does not matter. But
I guess my vote doesn't matter.
are you saying? Are you asking me if Borat is better than Titanic?
Or Promising Young Woman, or
never-
Black Messiah, or
I haven't. The only other movie I saw was Soul, and I wasn't a huge fan. So,
Would you say it's not better than this though?
are we talking Titanic or To All the Boys? I'm confused. What we're asking about?
I'm also confused.
I think he's asking if any other movie would beat Titanic. If we
Oh. I think no.
probably not.
No.
Titanic's really good, dude.
Yeah, and yeah, it's really good. Dustin, just for stats, how are you voting? To All the Boys. Remember, you just rewatched it. You couldn't even wait a day to not rewatch it.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? You're right. I'm gonna have to vote for Titanic.
Wow.
Keep in mind, his vote counts for 2 this time.
That changes everything. Wow. So, guys, it's official in the books. Nothing has changed. Titanic wins Best Movie.
Again.
Huh. Well,
Huh.
We are paid for by James Cameron.
that is true. Which is probably we're probably not the best host for this. Here's what I'm thinking. To All the Boys, Always and Forever. That wasn't really a good movie, was it?
No.
It was kind of terrible. It was kind of a terrible movie. Well, not terrible.
I'm starting to regret this entire process because of this movie.
Like, what do you think they're gonna vote for next time?
Probably
To All the Boys 4?
If there is one.
if there is one, yeah.
Guys,
Or a kissing booth.
oh, that I'd be into. But I'm starting to think that I might have picked the wrong movie award ceremony to base a podcast off of.
What?
I mean, think about it. Pirates of the Caribbean 2? Huh?
Yeah, the most confusing movie ever made.
Fault in Our Stars?
As we've said.
Fault in Our
Fault in Our
Stars?
yeah.
To All the Boys?
Or like the fart in Our Stars.
I just feel like, yes, MTV Movie Awards, everyone loves them, but I feel like there's another movie award ceremony that most people look at and say, these are the best movies. Like, when they release the nominations, people go to the theater to watch them all. Mm-hmm. You know,
Something with a little bit more prestige.
yes, something voted on.
Something that some would say is just a marketing scheme.
Yes, this is what I've been saying for quite a while. I think, guys, are you ready to switch it up a little bit for next time? I think we're all thinking the same thing here.
If you're thinking what I'm thinking.
You know what I'm thinking.
I'm thinking I'm back.
No, I think next time we should do the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards, baby.
Hell yeah.
I mean, come on, think about it. We thought teens and preteens could pick the best movie. No, they're jaded. They're too busy thinking about the opposite gender.
They're too horny.
Yeah, they're too busy thinking about genders or the opposite non-binary person of them. They're not kids. What are they thinking about? Nothing.
They just think about movies.
Movies, baby.
all they care about is getting slimed.
Getting slimed
all
and
they care
picking
about.
great movies. That's
Yes. Ask any kid on the street. What are you thinking about right now? Good movies and getting slimed. Guarantee you he's going to say that. He or she.
or they. That's
Or they.
why we're bringing back the Best of the Best movie podcast. We're doing a different award. Not MTV. Oh boy, this.
No, you said it. We gotta do it again.
We're doing the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards, but there's more. We're doing it a little bit differently. This time we're not doing a bracket tournament. I don't know, how do you visualize a bracket? We are going to do this more of a list format where we're going to focus on one movie each time, and then we're going to see how it lands in our list. So when we watch a movie, we'll put it on the list. When we watch the second movie, we'll figure out if it's better or worse. Dustin, you look like you hate this idea.
No, I'm sorry. My ear was just hurting.
You're like...
It's off to such a great start. Dustin, your ears started hurting.
I don't know what happened. I'm just having a lot of ear pain.
So
How do we make it so that one of us gets slimed at the end of the episode?
Hey, if you say the right stuff to me, I might slime myself. But
Oh yeah,
I think
we gotta have
figure out a way to slime you, Dylan.
we gotta have a secret phrase that if we say out loud, we get slimed.
hey,
You know, like it, figure it out.
there's a couple phrases you can say to me that'll make me slime myself. But so basically we're gonna pick it. Well, we're not gonna pick a movie. We have a list, but so a movie will come up. We'll figure out where it lands. And that way we only need to watch one movie at a time. No rewatching. We just watch a movie and we're done. We're not driving ourselves crazy with watching Pulp Fiction and Titanic 12 times because I was going a little nuts.
Pulp Fiction, of course, won one of the years at the Nickelodeon Awards.
Hey, if you think a rated R movie can't win a Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Award,
Are you wrong?
You would be hella wrong. So
Dead ass wrong.
I don't know, Dylan. Do you have the list up? Because I want to double check myself. I don't have the list up right now.
Let me look it up.
So next episode, and we're gonna go in chronological order, oldest to newest. So next episode, we're gonna be talking about the first movie, and I believe, if I'm not wrong, that is Beverly Hills Cop 2. Beverly Hills Cop 2. You thought, hey, we're done with sequels. Kids love them sequels, baby. So that's right.
Which is a reference to a movie we might be talking about. But yeah, it looks like the first movie is the first and only movie that's R-rated for the.
Well, I thought about to say first and only movie. I was like, whoa.
Yep, they did 1 year.
And it's Beverly Hills Cop 2, right?
2, which I've never seen.
Yeah. So next, I'm not sure if we're doing it next week, but next time we will be back on the best of the best movie, and we'll be talking about Beverly Hills Cop 2. Will it be number 1? Yes, because it's the only movie.
That's rated R, and as we know, we're adults. We only like rated R things.
Yeah, we are. We're not rating the movie on if it's good. We're rating on it if it's rated.
Rated R.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Rated R or not?
Yeah. So we might as well just call it now.
All right, guys. So tune in next time for our review and discussion on Beverly Hills Cop 2. See you next time. Bye.